Making a Roblox game go viral in 2025 is actually way easier than you might think. And in today's video, I'm going to break down the basics of what actually makes these Roblox games go viral and why your game is probably failing. And after this video, you should have a general understanding of what you need to be looking out for to know if your project has a chance of going viral. And just to get you guys a bit hyped up and motivated, Roblox has just announced that the top 1,000 devs on the platform are bringing in $980,000 a year from Roblox, which is just insane. On top of that, Roblox has just increased their DevX rates, so now developers are actually making more Robux, which is insane. That's on top of these numbers already. Now, rather than just telling you guys a bunch of stuff and having you take my word for it, I'm going to show you guys how viral Roblox games work with a real live example. Using my most recent contributed game called Steal a Gotcha, this game has 1K active players and it came out only a week ago, so this is recent stuff. Now, why do I say making a viral Roblox game is extremely simple? Well, it's because your game only really needs to tick about 4 boxes to be good enough to get at least some players. Here's the requirements for a viral Roblox game. Players need to be playing your game for a long time. Players need to be coming back to your game. Players need to be spending money on your game, and your game has to be interesting enough to be clicked on. Now, I should say, is it possible for your game to tick all 4 of these boxes and not go viral? Yes, it is unlikely, but I have seen it happen. And is it possible for your game to go viral without ticking any of these boxes? Yes, I've also seen that happen. On rare occasions, it's possible, but generally, you need to be aiming to tick all 4 of these boxes if you want to expect any results. So looking back at Steal a Gotcha, you can probably assume that this game checks the boxes if it's getting a decent amount of players. As some of you guys might know, you can check the analytics of any Roblox game after a couple of days of it being released. Basically, when these boxes are green, that's good, and then when these boxes are red, that's bad. And if your game has all red stats, it's probably not going to go viral. On the other hand, if these stats are all green, you have potentially an extremely viral Roblox game. And for the ones interested, because I know you guys are going to be asking me, how much does this game with 1,000 active players make? Here, I'll show you. So in the last 72 hours, this game has made 167,000 Robux. So if you put that into DevX, let me get a calculator actually. This game basically makes $600 every 3 days. But all time, I believe it's made more. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this game is actually really new. Literally just a few days old. So it's definitely going to make a ton more. But so far, it's only made 300,000. And if you put that into a calculator, that's $1,000. This game has actually made $1,000 in about a week, which that's actually pretty impressive, to be honest. 9 times out of 10, the game's green stats can be associated with the game simply just having a really good concept. Guys, do not underestimate how important it is to think out your game concept and really design your game. Design your game around these stats because the idea itself can carry the game so far. Now, coming up with a game idea and developing a game good enough to make all these boxes green can be a bit challenging, and it takes a really good game design, but it's possible. And as you make more games, you should get better at this and learn what works and what doesn't. This isn't something that you should just expect to click for you overnight, and it may take months to get your first winning game idea. I think I should mention a strategy though that a lot of developers have been using recently to make their chances of going viral with their game much higher. Now, if you look at the front page of Roblox, you may see a ton of games that kind of look like copies of other games. Now, why do developers do this? Well, it's simple. The original creator of the game found a concept that ticks all of the boxes and gets green stats. And what a lot of developers do is either just retheme the winning game concept or try to make a spin-off of it that recycles strategies that the game used to get the green stat. In fact, that game I showed you called Steal a Gotcha is very similar to Steal a Brain Rot, which is obviously a successful game concept. And the game actually uses my template. If you're interested in getting one of my game templates for yourself, you can do so through the first link in the description for other winning game concepts. They all sell out pretty quickly as they tend to get pretty good results, as you can see. I mean, this is crazy. But anyways, all of that aside, you can see this strategy being used time and time again with all of these games that are based on other games, and I guess it's just a really easy alternative to actually spending the time to create an original winning game concept. But listen, don't get it twisted. Do not knock creating your own game concepts, because even though it can be extremely hard and time consuming with a higher risk of failure, we need originality on this platform, and when you do manage to make a game that can keep players, it is so rewarding. At the end of the day, the top Roblox games are always going to be the ones that were original game concepts, and all the other copy games, yes, they do make their money, and yes, they were easy to make, but these games will never outperform the originals because they just were not the first ones to do it. In fact, if you guys want me to try and create my own game and document the process, I'll do it for a video. I think you guys can learn a lot from seeing the process of how these games are made and designed, because a lot of the times it's very strategic. Anyways, guys, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys did learn something, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. This is only my second channel, guys, so make sure to subscribe to this one as well as my first channel where I do more devlog type stuff. It'll be like one of the links down in the description. Anyways, see you guys.